Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm owning in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. While you chase the crust and I take the lead. Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no end to sight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm a VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Early Mug Red, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, I've been so busy tonight. And you know how it is whenever you just get inspired to write. Well, I got something fun for you guys. Enjoy this new song. Oh my gosh, here we go. Oh. So much fun.
How fast your case gets closed. ADA, respect the law, don't twist the shield. It ain't a sword for the petty and peel. Justice don't bow playing the fool. You don't need relief, you need a mirror and a muzzle for your inner plaintiff.
Oh, I've got more. I've got more. Yeah, do the hustle. I am right now.
Ain't you get out of logic card? Don't pardon filings that hit too hard. If you knew the rule, you know the line. But now you're sanctioned with extra fines.
Oh, that's good. That's all going on a whole new album that. And once I'm done, it should be out. The name of the album is called Kicking Puppies. There's actually a song on here called Kicking Puppies. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Yeah. Oh, I love the hustle. You have no idea the songs I got in here. Every single one of them is absolutely remarkable. I was impressed. Every single one. Welcome, Mug Radar. Welcome, Linda. Good to see you. Good to see you. But let's get into a little bit, and you might get to hear all of them tonight. We'll see. We'll see. Just depends on what happens with super chats and members and stuff like that. We'll throw one up every time that we get like 5 members or we get $5 in super chats. We'll throw up a new song there. Hey, Yeety McEaterson. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Mug Raid. Welcome, Mug Raiders. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful tonight. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. And trust me, each one of these songs, you think that song is good. If you like country, I've got that too. If you like jazz, so I've even got one that's like an epic song. Good evening, Jack Buck. How's it going? Hey, Shelly Huckabee. Good to see you. Hello to all the Mug Raiders. Well, let's get this bad boy up here, right? Yeah. Well, whoop, that's a little too small. Yeah, that looks better. And don't blame me. I didn't make the zoom thing. This is just the way that it shows up. Let's watch this thing.
All I showed was proof that the truck was insured.
Oh my gosh, maybe not. So you want 2 songs? Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see. This is for maybe not. Well, before we even get into this, we'll just have to get this thing over here. We'll get this one up for you. It's two songs. You get 2 songs out of this, maybe not. So I hope you've got your a little bit of your dancing shoes on, because these 2 are not dancing songs. They are more of the country realm of blues. So I think you'll like these, maybe not. Here we go. Song 1. It's called Birkenstocks and a Law Degree.
You come in wearing that suit from Goodwill, talking like you passed the bar in a cereal box. Got a folder full of nothing and a mouthful of lies. Hell, even your bullshit gave up trying to hold you up.
Yeah, Mug Raiders.
You walked in loud like a man on trial, writing down nonsense with a crocodile smile. Your paperwork's late, your logic's worse, you argue like a preacher curse. Claiming you studied, but you sure ain't learned. Every page you file ought to be burned. You strut like a rooster, full of pride, but even your lies are too dumb to hide. Birkenstocks and a law degree ain't past nothing but bad decree. You file and rant, stomp and shout, but you don't even know what doubt is about. Birkenstocks and a law degree. Court said no when you beg it please. You ain't a lawyer, son, you're just loud, trying to sue folks from a folding chair crowd. Yeah, you served the wrong man, then blamed the clerk, then yelled injustice like it ever worked. You pray for judgment, but cry like a brat, 'cause no one buys the fake victim act. Your footnotes miss, your stories bend. You plead like truce, just a means to an end. You talk real big till the gavel drops, then you run like hell when the questions pop. Birkenstocks and a law degree, trying to talk tough while you spill your tea. You say unfair while you twist the facts, but the judge seen clearer, men on crack. Birkenstocks and a law degree, doing damage from A to Z. You swing your words like a rusted blade, but your whole damn motion just got played.
Oh yeah,
Your
great
Honor,
show. Yeah, you have a good one too.
Object
Thank you, Kim
to
Sharp.
what?
Oh, this is gonna be
Being
fun.
wrong in front of people.
Yeah,
Boy, you object.
I love my broken
It's a
socks. I
reality.
have 4 pairs of them. Yeah, sounds like Emma. Hey, Bug Raiders.
Birkenstocks and a law degree took your case down like a wounded tree. You filed 10 pages of half-baked smoke. Now you're sitting in silence, broken soaked. Birkenstocks and a law degree. Even the bailiff said, don't quote me. You ain't a threat, you're a damn parade of bad decisions, poorly made.
I bet you do, Texas Jules.
Go ahead, file again. But next time, bring facts,
Oh
not
yeah.
just feelings and a stapler.
Here's number 2.
Let the record reflect. I said it, you doubted it, then you did.
Exactly what I said you do.
Hello, everyone. Megadeth Tug Raiders, welcome to the show.
Exactly what I said you do.
Hey, Bad Mom.
You came swinging with your half-baked claim, yelling while you fumbled your name. Said I
Russell
was
Duke
wrong
wants
to
one
prove me
too.
right with a live stream tantrum and a blurry fight. Screenshot fly, receipts get burned, but every damn time
The facts return.
and here we are just like before. You're spinning fiction, I'm setting the score. You scream like it's your job while I pull quotes from your own damn blog. I don't need tricks, I don't bluff. You hand me ammo, I call that luck.
I was right
Again
and again.
and again. Every claim
I
that you
did.
read, every time you bled, just
It's
set the
good.
fire under your own damn bed. Tried to twist it, flip the blame, but you filed your bullshit under your own name. Mock me once, mock me twice, now you're choking on that legal advice. I don't chase, I don't beg, I just wait while you shoot your leg. And when that clock hits, oops, a clock, I press play and let the truth just rock. You made threats like I'd back down, then trip face first in your hometown clown. I just sat back, taking notes, while you cried foul and missed the votes.
I was right
Again
and again.
and again. Every word you dropped was a self-owned stunt. Now you're viral.
For being a punk.
Let the record show that every insult you tossed my way turned out to be confessions with timestamps. You don't get to whine about the fallout when you were begging
For the blast.
Again. You built your lies like a house on sand, and I came through with a gavel in hand.
Case closed. Lesson unlearned.
Exhibit A, me.
Oh, we got something better. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. we also, because of Rosalind Duke, she got that $5 gifted membership or the $5 super chat there. But we've got something that's a little more downbeat. It's a little more chill. So I hope you're ready for something that's really, really chill here. And it's special to me.
Your Honor, it just hurt so bad. So we did what any wounded illegal heart would do.
We found emotion to cry.
She blocked me online, said my case was weak, then posted my face with a clown emoji cheek. So I gathered my tears in a 12-point font and filed that motion with all the drama I want. On Rule 11 and a lullaby, cried in triplicate, swore we tried. Oh, Judge, please recognize we found emotion to cry. They called us trolls, said we don't read, but that PDF was full of emotional need. We stapled our feelings with legal flair, then served it express with a soulful stare. Typed in sorrow under moonlit skies. We cited heartbreak and civil pain, and asked the clerk to feel our strain. We found emotion. Oh, we moved the court to feel our pain. Objection, Your Honor, to this broken chain. The defendant's silence, it cut so deep.
Exhibit O, the message she left me on read. Exhibit B, that live stream where they laughed. Exhibit C, a photo of me with no likes.
Just looking for justice in a lullaby. Our dock it soaked, our hearts betrayed. Please hear the motion that sorrow made.
Court is adjourned, but the feelings remain.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh yes.
Every single day,
A new flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous,
ignorant, balter, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. All over again. Yes, there we go. And that's for you, lady. I love it. Got emotion to cry. But the feelings remain. All right, let's get back to let's get back to this one here. So much fun. Ah,
All I
yes.
showed was proof that the truck was insured, registered.
All right, I'm not gonna deal with it. All right, let's set a trial date. Set a trial date.
I'm trying to get this dismissed. This is this is literally holding me back right now.
You get it dismissed on the date of trial. Date of trial.
Nice. Thanks for no, I see clear as day why I'm not getting the same courtesy. Your name is Sean Perkins? Yeah, okay.
That's the last time I checked.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. It's
Mr. Gubin.
I don't need to hear it. I don't need to hear the blabby blab. Just stop talking to me.
I was just gonna ask, did you want to go in a breakout room?
What is a breakout room? I showed all my proof. I showed all the proof. I showed the proof, Mr. Sean Perkins. What is it? Is it my, what is it? My complexion?
Have a good day,
It's my complexion, isn't it, buddy?
Have a good day, Mr.
Mr. Uneducated Judge.
Have a good day, Mr. Gubin. You keep on talking
How are
out of
you even
turn.
a judge?
I'm gonna hold you in contempt, okay? And we're gonna give you some jail time, okay?
Ooh. Yeah. This guy's just like,
anything else?
That guy's just looking at him like, man, you're stupid. He's looking at him like, dude, why are you talking to this judge like that? This judge, oh yeah, that'll help. Yeah, blah 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 blah. You keep slapping your jaws and talking. Oh, the judge isn't going to tolerate that.
Anything else, pal?
All right, I'm gonna hold him in contempt. I'm gonna give him 30 days Wayne County Jail. All right.
Right. Okay.
You have an absolute right to a hearing.
You will accept a huge lawsuit. I showed you every single proof of documentation that I needed to, and you refused to dismiss my stuff.
Have a great day.
Why is that?
Have a great day. We're not talking anymore, all right? We're done talking.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
30 days Wayne County Jail.
30 days Wayne County Jail.
Yes, Judge, good morning.
Oof.
And who are you here on?
I am here on Joshua Gubin.
All right, he has not showed. He needs, I told him to be here in person today.
Handles.
And he has not showed, not neither. Oh, I think he is here. He is here. Okay, so here's the deal. It's nothing really to talk about with Mr. Gubin.
Might just be.
I told him to come in. I said, I gave him 30-day Wayne County Jail for contempt last year. I see him hold up a child. and his child. He didn't come down. So again, he continues to defy orders of the court, and we just don't have much to talk about.
Well, Judge, I understand that that may be the court's position as it relates to this matter. May I have just 1 second?
The man, the myth, the legend.
I apologize, Judge. I needed to plug my computer in. So I understand that may be the court's position. I just got retained on this matter this morning. I was not present at the hearing where you apparently held him in contempt. He obviously has an opportunity to prepare and present a defense to the allegation. I'm not sure if the court made a finding as to whether or not this was civil or criminal contempt, and further whether the court actually determined whether it was direct or indirect contempt. Obviously, the court's ability to sanction an individual, especially with a deferred sanction, may be limited under these circumstances. So what I'd be asking the court to consider doing is giving me a brief adjournment so that I may obtain a copy of the transcript of the last hearing. And I would just cite to case law, which indicates that my client does have the ability to obtain an accurate transcript of the hearing as a matter of due process. And when we come back, I will be prepared to effectively, properly address this matter.
She did.
Well, the contempt was the contempt was right on the record on the record, and I do have you can get the record for that. It was I did hold him in criminal contempt. That's why I told him 30 days Wayne County Jail. And from my understanding of the court rules, he had his opportunity to contest that. That ship has long sailed, from my understanding of the court rules, because this was done over a year ago. And the only reason that Mr. Gubin has come back before me is because he got some other cases. He let the tickets go on the warrant status. He only is before me because he got the other cases. So I still need his presence here. I'm going to readjust his bond now.
Well, Your Honor.
So he continued, I've let you speak, Counselor, and I'll let you do what you need to do as far as your job, but I'm going to do my job.
That's right,
and
Jack.
Mr. Gubin continues to defy the court's orders, and we'll talk about bond right now. City of Detroit versus Joshua Gubin. Case numbers SP 14114481, count 1 and count 2. SP 1669671. Appearance for the record, please.
Yes, good morning, Camilla.
Mug Raider, welcome, Mug Raider.
The defendant who is present.
Your Honor, Rami Hijazi, P82830 on behalf of defendant as well, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Two attorneys.
So you can make the record now as far as what you want to do, either counsels if you want to, as far as Mr. Gubin is concerned today. We'll call the date and time. There's 2 warrants out for Mr. Gubin's arrest.
Another Mug Raider, welcome, Miss Devil.
Mr. Hijazi was here last week when when he appeared on Mr. Gubin's behalf after Mr. Gubin showed up, and I realized that he was the gentleman that was just very, very contemptuous on that day that he was here last year. The allegations were made on December the 7th, 2022. Mr. Gubin was arraigned on those matters on February 29th, 2024. There was a show cause scheduled for August the 15th, 2023. And the register of action can reflect all the other necessary court dates that were had. But Mr. Gubin has showed that he does not comply with
Good
the
to
court's
see
orders
Jay
as far
Libby.
as appearing
How you
before the
doing?
court. Mr. Gubin has shown that he is very, very contemptuous. This is not something that have done except for one other time. And Mr. Gubin, I gave him a week from last week to get his affairs in order to turn himself in, and he's still not here. Go ahead and make record and speak to bond.
Thank you, Judge. I've already articulated some of this to the court off the record, but I was just retained to represent Mr. Gubin in this matter this morning. I am asking for an adjournment of today's hearing so that I may obtain a copy of the transcript of the hearing that was held where you apparently held Mr. Gubin in contempt. He does have a right to counsel in any contempt situation. In addition, he does have a due process right to obtain an accurate transcript of the hearing. I would like to obviously obtain all relevant information and then address this matter appropriately. I'm asking that you take no action today and give me the opportunity that I am requesting on behalf of my client. And if you'd like me to transition into the bond issue, I'm happy to do that as well.
I'll let you go ahead with bond.
Yeah, she does sound like she's pretty on top of it.
It is my understanding that mere traffic matters are pending before the court, at least one civil infraction, and I believe a no insurance misdemeanor. These incidents date back to 2022 based on my review of the Register of Actions.
No transition.
He has appeared in connection with this matter, which the court has noted. Apparently, he was here last week, and you may have recognized him. But the point of the matter is, I've known Mr. Gubin for a while. He always appears as required and as instructed. I understand that the court may have a difference of opinion as it relates to that, but I would attest to that. He is a lifelong Michigan resident. He has extremely strong family support. He is a father. He has minor children, actually, one of which is visible on the Zoom as we currently sit here. He owns his own business in Wayne County and operates that business very successfully. I think when you consider factors that are relevant to a bond inquiry and are not relevant to collateral matters such as prior actions engaged in allegedly before the court, personal bond is warranted, and it's my understanding that that is what may have been previously entered in connection with this case. Upon conviction of the only misdemeanor with which he presently stands charged, his maximum sentencing exposure is minimal. He is obviously presumed innocent at this point in time. And for all of those reasons,
he's pretty guilty.
Judge, in addition to other reasons, such as his lack of any significant or substantial criminal history, which is a factor that the court shall consider when it sets bond, I believe a personal is warranted. And retaliation for what allegedly occurred in the past should not impact bond under any circumstance.
Hey, Mary Ann.
Set at $2,500 cash. I still, the order of Mr. Gubin still showing up because despite what you've articulated on the record, Ms. Bachowicz, I we put the warrant out for Mr. Gubin's arrest a long time ago. He was supposed to be in person here today. He's not. He also has an assault and battery case that he has a warrant out for his arrest for as well. So he showed the court and demonstrated to the court that he has not only with this court, but with the other courts and other judges in this courthouse that he has a failure to appear or something. So bond is $2,500 cash, and it's still ordered that Mr. Gubin show up in person to the court for the conviction hearing, and we will address, and you can appeal the matter to a higher authority if that's what your plan.
I want to see him show up in court.
Your Honor, I have a comment as it relates to a cash bond. I'm asking that the court impose a cash or surety bond. My interpretation of the court rules as it relates to bond and statutory authority allow the defendant to elect whether he posts a surety or posts a cash bond. And my position is the court cannot outright prohibit a surety. So I'd ask for the addition of a surety provision.
The court has made this ruling, Counselor, you can take it to a higher authority.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And she does. Man. And that's courtesy of old Shizzy's garden. Not old Shizzy's garden, but old Squishy's garden. Oh man. We are $1 away. Thank you for the 2 spot. I appreciate that. That is wonderful. We literally are one super chat. Anything shows up, you get another song. I guarantee it. They get better as they go along. They get much better as they go along. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do this.
So the court is moving this to give essentially an advantage
Thank you, Banjo.
to the other side. So that's I'm making my record.
Recess. Okay. The issue has come up regarding this new report. As I would if people came up with additional evidence and the defense were in a position to potentially not be prepared to address it, I would adjourn it out. And I think only in fairness can I do that here, to adjourn these proceedings, allow them to analyze the information that's been presented to them.
Just return the bench after prolonged break.
Formulate.
Oh, Buck Naked says, bring it. He's just thrown down thrown down the gauntlet. He wants to hear another song. Oh, buddy. Let's see. Get you right there with a superstar sticker. And we will get you that song in just a second. Let me do this instead. All right, we just finished Motion to Cry, and the next one is It's Ghost, written by a goldfish. I hope you like it.
He walked into court with ink on his hands and not a goddamn clue in his head. That motion, that shit was ghost, written by a goldfish. Found it in crayon, stapled it twice. Started a dream and rolled the dice. Swore he knew the law by heart, then forgot his name by the second part. Said arrest my case before he began. Swore up and down he had a plan, but every page he handed in looked like a preacher drunk on gin. Ghost written by a goldfish. No memory, no shame, no clue. Ghost written by a goldfish. Fought it sideways, swore it was true. Ghost written by a goldfish. Told the clerk, just trust my tone. Now his brief's been shredded and left alone. He served his motion to the mailman's wife. Argued with the bench like it owed him life.
Oh,
called
God,
the judge
another
brother
one.
and winked on cue. Then
There's
tripped
another
on the
song
rug,
coming up
trying
after
to sue.
this.
His citations were made up towns. His cross-exam just went 3 rounds and never asked a question, just raised his voice like losing hard was a tactical choice.
Thank you. Like your streaming music and go on with this. Greens from Germany.
Couldn't find his
Good
own
to
damn
see you,
ears.
Marcel.
Said Exhibit B held up a shoe. Swore it all made sense to a chosen few.
Your Honor, I move to admit confusion on the grounds of pure bullshit. And if it pleases the court, I'd like to approach reality.
He don't write, he just cause he loudly cared.
Ghostwritten by a goldfish.
Told the judge, I'm here to heal. Filed a prayer and called it a deal.
The next one's going to be really easy listening.
Filed with confidence. Argue with delusion.
Oh, yeah. More like written by a flounder.
Twice.
Oh, so the next one and this one is called the Deposition Whisper. Oh, you're gonna like this.
He don't raise his voice, just leans in low, speaks in riddles, moves real slow, swears he's honest, swears he's clean, but his transcript reads like a guillotine. He don't recall, he's not quite sure, he's told that tale behind every door. He sips his tea, he licks his pen, then stares you down and lies again. The deposition whisperer, a paper trail of charm and shame. The deposition whisperer, got nothing to say but says it just the same. The deposition whisperer claims his truth but never swears. He signs the line, then disappears. He don't answer, he just reflects. Twirls his ring and dodges the facts. Define intent, he softly pleads while rewriting history through a mouth of reeds. He shrugs, he smirks, he glances left. Don't recall he draws theatrical theft. He's got that tie, he's got that grin. You know damn well what box he's in. Deposition whisperer, master of the non-response. Deposition whisperer, rides the line like a courtroom waltz. Deposition whisperer, every answer a silk disguise. He lies so well, the truth just dies. Ask him straight, he'll dodge with grace. A velvet trap behind.
Oh yeah, it is. That's right.
He folds his hands, he shuts the door, then swears he's never seen you before. He just delays. Builds a story out of sideways praise. By the time you know he's spun the thread, you're knee deep in what he never said. You want the truth, he'll give you a look and leave your facts inside the book.
Oh, and the next one, it's swing. It's swing jazz. It's a little bit of ragtime thrown in there. Oh yeah. The next one is good, but we only need to get $3 on that one because we already got the $1.99. So it's almost there. Like I said, well, for every 5 gifted memberships or every $5, I would do another one of the songs off of this. Yeah. Buddy, let's get back to some Judge Simpson. Well, I hope you love the song. I got more. Trust me, I got more. And some of them are a little quirky, and some of them are pretty epic. So if you get them all, I'll be impressed tonight.
Like what made you redirect? quite frankly, of Detective Parvis if necessary. So I analyzed it in my head in a lot of different ways. I'll say this, it's not necessarily any of my business. I'm also concerned because typically with experts and other types of witnesses, those derived from sort of counsel doing that. And it's clear to me that this did not derive from counsel.
Oh, I've got something like
which
that.
I think also causes at least some pause in terms of that, because I don't frankly know, and I'm not asking whether or not counsel, because he's the one that has to make the representations to the court and to other things, has had his adequate opportunity to vet what's there. So that is also a concern of mine.
Sorry, I didn't hear the last part, Your Honor. I apologize. I didn't hear that last part. You're concerned that I didn't do what?
To vet what's there. The timing of all of it is very odd to me.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and so that's also a concern for the court in fairness to the defense in terms of the questioning. So I mean,
It's
there's
one more
a
dollar.
lot
One more
kind of
dollar.
going on here. And
just one.
So from my standpoint, I'm going to take the approach, while it certainly may delay the proceedings, I'm going to do my best to try to make sure that it's fair. So
Can I be heard just to make my objection for the record? For the record, this adjournment is over my client's objection. And I want to say
what's the
that.
basis of the objection?
Sorry?
What's the basis?
Her objection is her Sixth Amendment right to cross-examine and confront the witness against her.
That is not being taken away.
Okay. Sorry. I'll let you finish. Let me know when I can talk, because I just want to make a record. I will.
Yeah, but you're making a record of things that don't exist. Are
Chucky.
you indicating that the court is taking away her Sixth Amendment right to cross-examine this witness?
I'm indicating that by essentially sua sponte moving this proceeding, the court is intervening and moving this hearing in a case where I was not going to even introduce the expert's testimony or his report. So the court is moving this to give essentially an advantage to the other side. So that's, I'm making my record.
Recess.
He just got, it's like recess.
Back on the record in the case of the People State of Michigan versus Julian Carey. Counsel, you wanted to place stuff on the record. Go ahead.
Yes, sure. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say for the record that this particular case, we think that the adjournment infringes upon my client's rights under the 6th and 14th Amendment. The 6th Amendment being her right to confront and cross-examine accusers against her without any intervention by the court.
Yeah,
and the other one would be the 14th Amendment
profuse
right
apology
of due process for the court not to be fair and impartial. Those two.
Oh, maybe not. All right. This one's going to be more upbeat. Yeah, he should have started with being really nice. Love y'all. Keep playing more. Need more. All right. That gets you guys 2 songs. So here we go. This is called Oops, All Wrong Arguments.
He stood up tall with a stack of notes, quoting scripture, Shakespeare, and Billy Goats. He shouted objection to the bailiff's cough, then tried to cross-examine a coat rack off. Waved Exhibit Z, forgot Exhibit A, said my argument is mostly hearsay. He tripped on logic, flipped a clause, then objected to federal law.
Oops, all wrong argument.
Footnotes forged in a fever dream.
Oops, all wrong argument.
argument.
Cited his neighbor and a bowl of cream.
All wrong argument.
Tried to impeach the stenographer's chair. Filed a motion to comb his hair. He yelled mistrial before it began. Used Latin wrong like a traveling man. Said res ipsa, man, I feel attacked. Then accused the clerk of a legal hack. He called the judge bro, then called a recess. Told the jury I'm just under duress. Flipped through pages with a devilish grin. Then cried malpractice on himself again.
All wrong argument.
Filed with flair and a busted hinge.
All wrong argument.
Rhymed due process with fringe.
All wrong argument.
Cited the moon and a bird in flight. Said my entire case just feels right. He said this court's unfair and mean. Then sued his own filing machine. He whispered, I rest, then stood again. Screamed perjury at the courtroom pen.
All wrong argument.
Spoken verse forgot the case.
All wrong argument.
Tried to subpoena outer space.
All wrong argument.
Filed a sonnet, called it proof. Took the stand, then fell off the roof. Your Honor, I'd like to revise everything, and also your attitude.
All right, here's the second one, and this is called Permanent Retirement, Temporary Relevance. Oh, yeah.
I wasn't disbarred, I was misunderstood. Did what I had to, like any woman would. They said I lied, they said I ran, but they can't prove what they never began. I never forged it, I just forgot to list the checks.
Now do some
Files
clogging.
applied. So what if I screamed at the judge that day? It's called advocate. See where I was raised. Permanent retirement just means I don't need them no more. Temporary relevance. I got truth in an unlocked door. They took my name off the lawyer rolls, but I still write letters and dig my holes. I ain't done, I'm just free. The court can't keep their dusty creed. They said I tampered, they said I fled. I say the bailiff misread what I said. That wasn't a threat, it was just my flair. And that judge was already losing hair. I speak in riddles, cause truth don't shout. I file complaints when I'm feeling down. I like my filings with a kitchen match. In fact, I'm straight off my neighbor's back. Permanent retirement. Frame that notice above my bed. Temporary relevance. I still got thoughts that should be read. I can't appeal, but I still object. I don't forgive, I redirect. They took my bar, but I took their time. And I'll keep singing this till it's a crime.
Oh, yes, good.
They can call it discipline, I call it divine. I got angels in my inbox and feelings on my spine.
on civil law. How you doing?
Retirement, I'm gone, it means I'm loose.
How about a really bad attorney?
Just like fire and homemade
that'll hurt your
juice.
soul.
I'll hold court in my garden shed with the law books and the voices in my head. I'm off the rolls, but never done. Ain't no bar exam can stop this tongue. You say I'm crazy, but I passed once.
All right, and there is another one that's it's rockabilly, but that's another $5. And then we also have another one that's more of it's a really easy jazz. Bill Monroe would be proud. Well, thank you. I'm glad he would. All right, let's get back to this really bad attorney because he's really pissing the judge off.
I just want to put those on the record, Your Honor, and I'm not trying to be adversarial. Thank you.
I don't need a response from people in terms of that. I noticed that you're noticing that for the record. So first of all, before I left the bench, you incorrectly asserted that the court is adjourning these proceedings sua sponte. This adjournment is after due consideration by the court based upon the prosecutor's request to do that. That is not sua sponte, and I am sure that you would understand that being a lawyer, that it was not the court's, it's the court's decision, but it was not the court's motion to do it. So that's the first error that you made. There is no violation of defendant's Sixth Amendment rights in this case because the court is not interfering in the right to cross-examine. The court is going to permit effective cross-examination to the extent you can be effective of the witness at a later date. There is no interference. This delay in these proceedings has no effect on that whatsoever.
Yeah, judges really don't like being told by attorneys. How many? That gets you 2, Emma. That gets you 2. We'll do those right after this one because I want to see this judge go off. Like, yeah, what? Give me a second because it's coming up. It's coming up. That gets you 2. Thank you, Emma. It gets you 2 songs, and it also gets you a foot on the helmet. You know, I think ladies enjoy putting their feet on my helmet. That came out wrong. That came out so wrong, ladies. I'm sorry. That was not meant to come out like that. That just came out completely wrong. My bad. Jesus, Shizzy. See, this is whenever I need Roseman to, say Shizzy. Does that? Oh my God. Yeah, give me right after this, and I'll get those 2 songs up for you. This is good.
I don't even know how you bottle that up to try to.
Oh,
say
you'd be worth it, Tammy. Good to see you. Glad you're doing well.
Sixth Amendment right to confrontation and cross-examination of witnesses. Further, in regard to, and I assume as an attorney, you know what due process means, and that means that the court has to be fair to all parties, not just to you, not just to give some benefit to defense. The court considered everything that was raised my own questions about the new report, whether or not that would be prejudicial to the people, whether or not it'd be prejudicial to the defense, weighed that, went back, took time, looked at it, would prefer to go today. Set aside the time at your request, counsel, from the last hearing, that I have a blanket time so that it wasn't with other cases to hear it. I set aside the time to do it. That's part of due process. Part of due process also is making sure that each side has a fair and adequate opportunity to do what they need to do in this case. It has. Now, those are the legal issues. What incensed this court, quite frankly, because it's something that I take very seriously, is the notion that this court has done anything ever. And in my 25, almost 26 years, I've never been accused of that. Nobody has said that I have done anything to give one side an advantage over the other. It is not me.
Nope.
And I think, counsel, as you proceeded through this case, you have seen that. I have never done anything that has said that people are going to have this advantage or to the people that you're going to have this advantage. I call it straight down the line. You get to present your case. I make my ruling. That's how I work. That's how I've always worked. So I will tell you that this court takes great offense when there is any indication that that's what this court is doing, that this court has any untoward motivation in doing what it's doing. That's my record.
Judge is pissed.
You want to respond to that?
At your own peril, counsel.
At your own peril. He's going to do it.
I'm going to say I appreciate the court finding that today no other cases. I think I really appreciated that. That's why I wanted to get this on today. I mean, I think that if there were a legal reason for the court to put it over, then I would understand it. I just don't know what the legal reason is, since the
legal reason is exactly what you brought up: due process and fairness to the parties. Prosecutor raised an issue. I've gone through that, counsel.
Okay, I'm done.
Is there anything else you want to say besides trying to waste my time?
I'm not trying to waste your time. I have nothing else to say. Thank you, Your Honor.
Other words, sit down. Shut up.
Preliminary examination in this matter will be adjourned.
Oh yeah, and make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And here we go with track 8, certified bar flake, bar none. Oh yeah. Oh. So give me a second. Let me get it up here for you, and I'm gonna bring it up for you. Here we go. Oh yeah, buddy.
He walks like he owns a courthouse square, waves a briefcase full of hot air, claims he's certified bar approved, but can't explain why his license moved. He talks in Latin, but he don't define, sells advice for a nickel and a glass of wine, says he's feared in legal halls, but the record shows 6 judgment calls. Certified none, bar none, son, left the law but still outrun. Suits too tight, filed a motion just to start a fight. Hollers loud, wears the sanctions like they're proud. He's a legend in his own headspace with a resume printed on a pillowcase. He swore he clerked in 98, tripped on facts he couldn't fake. Quote a code from memory lane that turned out to be a weather vane. He served himself, objected twice, charged a client with a bag of rice, told the judge I'm here on grace, then showed the wrong court and blamed the case. Certified flake, ain't no doubt, left the bar, now he runs his mouth. Dances fast, dodges truth like it's in his past. Loud and lean, sell snake oil with a legal sheen. He'll cite your dog, your fence, your boots, then file it all in cowboy suits. He don't plead, he don't confess, he just grins and makes a mess. Prints counsel on his wagon wheel, then hands out threats like they're business deals. Sales courtroom dreams with zero zeal. From coast to coast, files complaints. will to save his life.
Hang up that tie and step aside. You're a footnote cowboy.
FM.
Not inside it.
All right, here's the next one. Track 9, Motions in the Wind, featuring the Invisible Lawyer. Just get nice and cozy.
She walks in slow with a paper in hand, cites the Constitution like it's part of her brand, says I'm not alone, my lawyer knows, but the courtroom echoes, 'cause nobody shows. She speaks in claims and wounded sighs, swears she's truthful with tear-stained eyes, but
thank you,
every
Emma.
emotion she sends our way is signed in lipstick and filed in gray. Motions in the wind, sweet on the surface, hollow within, and the invisible lawyer always promised, never been. She weaves her truth with thread so thin, and pleads her case with violin, but the facts just flow like motions in the wind. She told the clerk she'd been betrayed by judges, men, and cards she played. She talks like every word's divine, but forgets her own case half the time. She files in cursive, serves in size, wears legal terms like alibis. And when you ask who speaks for you, she smiles and says, well, wouldn't you? Motions in the wind, filed with flair, but they won't defend the invisible lawyer. She swears he's real. Just ask her friends. The bench goes cold, the pages spin, while she whispers wrong she cannot pin. Still every claim is motion in the wind.
Well, just so you guys know, the next one, if we hit those super chats, is pleadings and pizza rolls.
She paces slow, she speaks in gray, never seen but building the case. She cries injustice, vague and thin,
WZZY,
and
smooth
spins her
jazz.
world with practice spin. But when it counts, she's motion in the wind. Her voice fills the room,
Well, I haven't heard that one yet.
but no one signed the line.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and there's some of them that get really get funky, because we got like another one's called Sanctions Pending, and also Go Fund My Ego. To get to Go Fund My Ego, that's like 15 right there. Cash App don't count. Oh, does it Cash App? Oh, let's see if we yeah, it does. Yeah, actually it will if we got something there, Debbie. Yeah, so let's look there. We've got it. Oh, sweetheart. Ah, you know what that gets you? You know what that gets you? That gets you 4 songs. That's 4 songs. Yes, Debbie, it does. Thank you, Debbie Baker, with a $20 super chat over the Cash App, and I will get those. But let's watch this next one first, because they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good. You're gonna like the next one. Trust me, the next song is gonna be good. And this one's about 10 minutes long. So, but we'll get it, Debbie. We'll get all 4 of those.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being respectful. I don't even understand.
Let me get this pulled up. Oh, and stage. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being respectful. I don't even understand why you even getting the attitude with me.
Debbie.
The court will call the matters of
You get
David
2.
Jordan, case numbers 22W003051 B and C, as well as 22W005875 and 24W000699 A and B.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Oh, yeah.
Please state your name, Mr. David Jordan.
David Jordan.
Thank you. We're here for show causes on these tickets.
Gotcha.
So, Mr. Jordan, you were in MDLC for a while?
I've seen this guy before.
Wayne County Jail.
Wayne County Jail, okay. I remember that there was some, I gave you some, for the criminal cases, I gave you jail credit.
Most definitely, Debbie Baker. Thank you so much.
And
She says, love you, Shizzy.
trying to make sure they did what I asked, which was something, they had posted a bond and I had moved it to pay on the ticket.
Just thinks your
So,
lawyer.
sir, you owe a total of $917 still. Wait, but one of these is no proof, no proof.
Oh, let's see.
Failure to display a license. So that's not right either. Minus 252. Mr. Jordan, do you remember when I gave you jail credit, how much jail credit I gave you on the criminal matters?
No, I don't.
Okay. 1 second. Let me look that up. How long were you in the Wayne County Jail?
Yes.
90 days.
You just got the best.
I'm just going to give you 30 days credit time served on the 24W000699A ticket. Fines and costs are waived. So you owe $665 still. Do you need a payment plan for that?
Yes.
Okay, and that's on the note of insurance ticket that I can't do jail time for, the no registration that I can't do jail time for, the loud noise ticket that I can't do jail time for.
Okay.
And another no proof of, no, that's just a clearance fee, and an improper lane ticket, okay? I am someone's gonna finally figure out how to add this
17 tickets.
$210 bond that you paid to one of these tickets. So that will take you down. When I give you credit for the
17 tickets.
252 on the failure to display a license, when I take that off.
Actually come in because I would like to.
Do you understand? You've had 17 tickets in this court.
There we go. That's what I want to see.
Yes, ma'am.
So why are you saying something that is totally not true?
I'm not lying.
Okay, whatever, sir. You know what happens on a docket? It shows who the attorneys are. I was not your lawyer on any of these tickets, Mr. Jordan. Maybe you should stop getting so many tickets and then you wouldn't get them confused.
All right.
Anything you want to talk about today, Mr. Jordan?
Nope.
I mean, nobody listens to me, so I'm a compulsive liar. So I mean, I don't know anything I'm speaking on. That's why I asked, can I just come into the court on the live instead of doing this over? I have better court dates with you in person.
I'm about done with this docket with you today. because you do not listen. I already told you 3 times you're not coming in here into this courthouse. If you want to get into the courthouse, because that's not happening right now.
You already said
She should just arrest him.
that too.
From you. Mr. Jordan, in a few moments, you're going to be held in contempt of court and you're going to be doing some additional jail time. Is there anything else you need today?
No, ma'am.
All right. Then you have a great day. Goodbye.
Oh, guys. All right. So let's get this. Debbie Baker is getting 4 songs back to back to back to back. And it is going to be, first off, pleadings and pizza rolls. Here we go.
Typed my motion at 1 a.m., covered in sauce and half a gin. I cite a case law with my elbows deep in a pile of naps and 0 sleep. I served it hot like I serve regret, with marinara stains and a side of debt. Told the judge it was urgent relief, but forgot to redact my dinner receipt. Bleedings and pizza rolls, grease on the margins, heart in the holes. Filed at midnight, full of soul, with spell check dead and no self-control. Bleedings and pizza rolls, footnotes burned and logic stole. It's hard to argue, clean and cold, when you're eating guilt by the casserole.
Oh, yeah.
I objected to my own damn name, filed an appendix soaked in shame. Said justice matters with sauce on my shirt, while Google Scholar did all the work. I put the facts in a cardboard sleeve, served them hot, then begged to leave. And when the clerk looked up and frowned, I dropped my fork and stood my ground. Bleedings and pizza rolls, law school dreams in melted gold. Filed by hunger, bold and blind, argue truth, then press rewind. Bleedings and pizza rolls, keyboard sticky, briefs on hold. Judge said, boy, are you for real? I said, not until I've had this meal. Your Honor, I may have missed a line, but I never missed dinner. And these motions may be overcooked, but so is the system if you squint.
Thank you, Debbie Baker.
Truth wrapped tight in freezer goals. You can't silo hunger in black and white, but I'm still filing every night. Bleedings and pizza rolls.
Oh, yeah. Gifted 10 memberships. It's 2 more on top of this.
History judge was in my soul, but I'll be fed when the docket's cold. From that way, in that order. In that order.
I plead pizza rolls. This is sanctions pending.
You filed that brief like a prayer in smoke.
Ooh, yeah.
Written rage and legal jokes. You said you'd win with truth and flame, but forgot the part about the rules and shame.
The court read slow, but it read it twice. Marked your name, then checked it thrice. And now that silence in your inbox sings like a choir made of broken things. Sanctions pending. They ain't fast, but they always land. Sanctions pending. Like thunder from a steady hand. You poke the court and grin too wide. Now that gavel's gonna tan your hide. Sanctions pending. It's just a matter of time. You thought the road was too polite, that rules were soft and
they'll be up. They'll be up within the next few days.
Played the fool and
just do a search for Shizzywhiznut. You can find all my music everywhere.
Out loud. You swore you'd fight till kingdom come, but now your docket's looking numb. 'Cause karma walks and clerks are tired.
Oh, speaking of which,
quiet rage and cold desire.
Sanctions pending.
It's the echo of your own misstep. You wrote the check and now it's kept. You danced on rules, then slipped on pride. And now the court don't let that slide. Sanctions pending.
There's 5 for you guys.
A storm you called, now rise.
We got 5 more coming. Oh yeah. There's 5 more for you guys.
Receipts. They'll sign them for you. And when the hammer drops, you better duck slow.
Ooh, yeah.
A freight train and judicial black. You filed them, now there's no way back. You cried unfair with greasy hands.
Danielle!
But rules still bite when ignored by
so
man.
good to see you. I hope the wedding was enjoyable. Good to see you.
You had your shot,
D.
now stand.
Oh, little D. Oh, yeah, right there, little D.
But they sure as hell remember.
Good to see you, Danielle. Man, I've been around longer than this. I just want to say I love you and hope all is well. I love you too, little D. All right, now for the GoFundMe ego. Oh, yeah.
I was down and out, just me and pride. Had a lawsuit pending and a wounded side. No facts, no funds, no legal plan. But I had a phone and a payment scan. I said, friends, the system's done.
Oh, yeah, we are.
So I built a page and sang my song. Said, click that link and share my pain. And I've been preaching ever since in vain. Pass that plate, don't ask too much. Just believe and just your rent, so I can fight these demons the court just sent. I promise prayers and legal life if you just pledge before midnight. And if I don't win, it's all a test, but the Lord loves folks who click invest. So give what you can and maybe more, 'cause redemption ain't cheap in the Civil War. Not for bills, but for my brand. Saints of PayPal, take my hand. Mercy wears a t-shirt now, and grace comes printed with a cash out file. They say faith moves mountains, but my faith moves fees. They say ties are for heaven, but I keep mine illegally.
Oh yeah.
Fan the flames, not the fire. Amen, the goal is near. With your love and a debit card clear. So bless me now with whatever's left.
Oh yeah. Ah. And then we've got one more, and then we can cut off the gifted memberships and the super chats, because then we'll be done with the songs. But if you want to throw them, I'll always play another one of these for you. But this is Whack-A-Mole with a Gavel.
I filed one thing, they'd filed for more. By the time I blinked, they'd filed a drawer. It's a courtroom game, it's a lawyer's curse. Every motion worse than the one that's first. I smacked one down and two more popped. Objections fly like sodas pop. You plead, you scream, you try to flee, but the docket's looking like a jamboree. Whack-a-mole with a gavel. And here comes another claim. Whack-a-mole with a gavel. Filed in triplicate, all insane. Whack-a-mole with a gavel. They cite the wind, the stars, the void, and serve subpoenas to a Polaroid. They sued the judge, they sued the court, they sued a fence in a tort report, said logic's fake, then filed a plea that somehow named the DMV. They argue round, they argue square, they sued a cactus and a folding chair. You swing that gavel, but it's no use, they're flinging filings like a legal caboose. Whack-a-mole with a gavel. Bang, there's one behind your shoe. Whack-a-mole with a gavel. This one signed by a kangaroo. Whack-a-mole with a gavel. They cited dirt and named the breeze, then moved to strike the judge's sneeze. It's a legal rodeo, a courtroom zoo. One filed in Latin, one drawn in glue. 100 pages all just yapping, filed so fast the paper's snapping. Whack-a-mole with a gavel. Smack that nonsense into dust. Whack-a-mole with a gavel. Still they file, they just must. Whack-a-mole with a gavel. Court's adjourned, but they don't care, they'll file again in midair. Filed. Denied. Multiplied.
All right. And let me hit this one right here. It's called Cease and Desist, but mostly Desist. Oh, just nice and easy.
You sent that letter all puffed with pride, typed like justice but soaked in lies. Said I'd regret it, that I'd burn. Baby, if threats were fire, I'd never learn. You bolded words like you had a case, but I've seen better form on my ass and lace. You signed it sweet, cease and desist, but what you really meant was please don't resist. Cease and desist, but mostly desist. You don't wanna fight, you just wanna kiss. You don't want law, you want control, but I don't roll over, sugar, I roll. Fired with fear and perfume mist. Next time you threaten, bring a real damn twist. 'Cause all I saw was a tantrum in print with your name at the top and desperations. Sent, you said you're hurting my reputation, but darling, that train left the station. You can't copyright your own collapse, and you sure as shit can't scare with caps. I'll take your cease, I'll take your cries, I'll take that weak-ass tone that lies. And when you're done and feel dismissed, just know you started this with the lips you hiss. But mostly fuck off. Your threats are soft, your bluff's a cough. You scribbled rage in your Sunday best, but forgot the part where truth gets stressed. As if I'd miss the chance to roast a fraud like
don't
this.
miss.
So file your nonsense, seal your fate, and watch me dance on your legal hay. You don't scare me, sweetheart. You amuse me. And for the record, that cease was weak, but that desist, that shit was cute. Desist, but mostly desist. Your words were loud, your courage missed. You thought you'd shake me with your bluff, but I don't flinch, baby, I bite rough. Next time when you silence me, try court, not crayons.
I think it's time for some funk.
Just showed up late with a printout in hand, claiming ADA like it's part of the plan. You found wild and cry accommodation while twisting that law like it's libation.
Oh, be safe there, Carol.
You said your memory just don't serve, but you remembered every petty nerve. You made a mess then screamed harass, but the record shows you got there fast. ADA ain't a get out of logic free card. ADA
All right. And this is the title track right here. It's called Kicking Puppies. Kicking Puppies. Kicking Puppies. And it's epic. So bear with it.
You came crying foul with blood on your boots, filed your bullshit like it's gospel truth. You lit the fire, then played the lamb. But fuck your halo, I know who I am. You kicked and screamed and played the meek, but you bit first, you petty freak. Now you want peace, you want control, you want silence, shove it up your soul. Kicking puppies, then crying when they bite. Kicking puppies, trying to frame it as a fight. You called us peace in sin, but the leash broke, now we're coming in.
You prayed for mercy and fake ass tears, filed your threats for clicks and cheers. Cried 88, cried victim too, but bitch, the only one wounded was you. You don't want truth, you want control, you want the fame, and you want the toll, you wanted drama, now drink it dry. Your motions moved, now fucking die.
In the eyes of the law, respectfully, you twisted laws like rosary beads, while snitching to saints you don't even believe. You beg for pity, file for hate, then shit your name across the state. You called it war, then played the lamb, but now the blood's back on your hands. You kicked the dogs and cheered the yell. Now you're the one who needs some help. Kicking puppies, then suing the league. Kicking puppies, with fake ass grief. Now justice sings with teeth and claws and holy swings. You ain't a victim, you're the cause. A coward draped in pseudo laws. You screamed abuse from a throne of glass, then shattered truth to save your ass.
This is the last word, the last spark. You kicked, you lied, now choke on the dark.
Then blame the bar, file the lies, then claim the dark.
You wanted silence, you wanted fear. You fed on cloud, now choke on clear. You brought the court, your pageantry, but truth don't flinch, and neither do we.
Fucking lie, fucking lie. File that trash with a choir of ghosts.
Now every line burns on the post. You kick a lot and I'm better. Yeah, we bite butts.
Yeah. Too bad you broke your toe there, Rosalind. That's no good. That is no good at all. I don't like hearing
Hello,
people
can I have
hurt
your name, please?
themselves. But you want to see what happens to people that do really stupid things? Well, here we go. Here's one for you. Ah, yes.
My name is Daniel Magoo.
Okay, you said your last name is pronounced Magoo?
Yes, ma'am.
And generally speaking, I appoint the public defender's office to represent at least at the arraignment stage, but I was informed that you didn't want to speak with the public defender, so are you intending to represent yourself for the arraignment?
I'm here to figure out what the charges are. What am I being charged with?
Now calling case number 25S00289. This is the state of Michigan versus Daniel Ryan Magoo.
All right, you have a good
Can
night,
you please state
missing-
your name for the record?
I'm trying to figure out what the charge is.
Yes, that is the purpose of the hearing today. So, as
Who's the complaining victim?
as part of the proceedings, can I have you please state your name for the record?
My name is Daniel Magoo,
Okay.
and I am
thank
not
you.
a surety of the state. I'm not a ward of the state. Can I ask what the charges are?
Yes, I am getting there. Please give me a moment. So, what we are here for today is an arraignment. The purpose of an arraignment is to inform you what you are being charged with and to make sure that you understand the charges. I am not going to be asking if you agree with the charges. I am not even going to be asking if you understand why you are being charged with them. The purpose is to make sure that you understand what the charges mean and that you understand what the potential maximum penalties are. So, what I have here is a misdemeanor complaint that charges that on or about or between the dates of February 15th, 2025 and June 23rd, 2025 at 6 lot 72. You did maliciously use a service provided by a telecommunications service provider with the intent to terrorize, frighten, intimidate, threaten, harass, molest, annoy, or disturb the peace and quiet of Alyssa McCloskey, an individual with whom you have a child in common, by using any vulgar, indecent, obscene, or offensive language, or suggesting any lewd or lascivious act in the course of a conversation or message through the use of a telecommunications service or device. This is otherwise known as malicious use of a telecommunications service. Do you understand what the charge means?
I do not understand that. I do not understand malicious use
Let
of a
me
telephone
rephrase.
service.
Do you comprehend that what I am saying is that you allegedly maliciously used a telecommunications service device that would generally be a cell phone? I suppose it could also be a computer or something else
No, that
you
didn't
could
happen.
use. Okay. And again,
February,
as I
what were the
stated,
dates? What dates?
between February 15th and June 23rd.
Of this year?
This year. Yes. Okay. Now, as I stated at the beginning, I'm not asking you if you agree with the charges. I'm not asking you if you understand why you're being charged
deserves
with
a
them.
YouTube content
what I want
award.
to know,
Yeah, he
basically,
does.
is do you know what the words coming out of my mouth mean?
No.
Okay. So the way that this is going to work is this. If I am not able to arraign you on the charges because I can't tell if you understand what I am saying, then the next thing that happens is that you get referred for a competency evaluation.
Yeah.
At this point, I do not know how long that will take. And that means that you will stay where you are until we are able to either arraign you or you are determined to be incompetent.
So I don't have, I'm not like I said before, I'm not a surety. I'm not a ward. I'm actually a protected individual and I did no crime. There has been no body of a crime, no corpus delicti.
Is a protected
I have
condition.
committed no crime at all.
Mr. Magoo. If I cannot determine whether or not you can understand what you're being charged with.
You understand the words that coming out of my
Then I
mouth?
cannot arraign you.
Okay.
So,
If there is not a body of a crime, if I have not harmed anybody, then you can't arraign me. It's corpus delicti. It can't happen.
Corpus
And if you
delicti.
do
Pull this crap
try
with
to
Judge Simpson and did
enter
some
in a
extra
plea
days
of,
for it.
Competency, or I don't know what is that? What you're gonna hold me here hostage until what? A body of a crime happens? When is the crime gonna happen?
Okay, so Mr. Magoo, we will not be proceeding today with the arraignment. You are free to go to the door and tell the jail that you are finished. Thank you.
She just didn't even tolerate his bullshit. Just said, see ya, bye. Oh my God. Well, let's see.
Did anybody in this building, just to be clear, tell you to sign this complaint? No. Knowing that you were not the Donald Pittaway that's being referred to in here?
Donald Pittaway versus Ronald Pittaway. 2502023.
This is podium.
3 hots and a cot.
You can have a seat there, sir. What's your name?
Corpus delicatessen.
Come on up, Mr. Pittaway.
He might. Yes, Judge Dad. I love this judge.
You can have a seat at the table there, or you can stand at the podium, whichever is easier for you, Mr. Pittaway. Your name, sir?
Don Pittaway.
All right. So my hope is that the two of you, knowing that you only have one father, and knowing that you only have, how many sons? 2? 4. I don't care if you have 40, you only have so many sons or daughters. You two talk about this and resolve it.
I went over and picked up the hot tub.
Okay? Okay?
I understand.
Those antique pictures, he wasn't there. I can't find him. I wonder if he could tell us where they're at. I got all my property up, but like I told you, I believe that he either sold them.
He wouldn't do that if they weren't his property. That would be a theft.
Yeah, something like that.
Shh. Just like shut your cake hole. I'm not gonna listen to this. Oh, family squabbles.
Can you guys go out and talk like men and resolve this instead of like the Hatfields and McCoys? Do you think you can try to do that?
Oh, good luck.
I don't have a problem.
Don Jr., you're Don Jr., right? I don't want you anywhere near that conversation, okay? You understand? Yes?
Yes.
Good. All right, Don Sr., if you will, with Michigan State Spartans shirt on, you go talk to your son here, Ronald, and see what you guys can come up with to resolve this so that the family unit can somewhat stay intact and not have brothers arguing like. That's all I'll say. Take them to a room. Don Jr., why don't you stay in the courtroom? Don't go near them, please. Thank you. Marsh Creek. Pittaway versus Pittaway, 2502023. Come on up here, guys. Mr. Pittaway, if you prefer to sit there, I have no issue with it if you want to sit at the table. And Ronald Pittaway.
It's all worked out since you're.
Well, you got to tell me. Okay, I don't mean to burden you, but you guys filed lawsuits, not me. What's that?
I said I didn't file a lawsuit.
If your son was in here filing a lawsuit for you in your name without you signing it, I'm gonna have a big problem here. Did he do that?
Oh.
Did he sign your name? Mr. Pittaway, I'm asking you a question.
I don't remember.
Well, let me just,
I imagine I did whatever.
hang on. John, come here.
Yep. It's all worked out.
Fine, good. What's your name?
Don
You gotta tell me your full name for the record. Take this over.
Ronald James Pitaway.
And what's your name?
Ronald Leonard Pitaway.
I want you to look at the complaint on the bottom of that document. Is that your signature?
This down here, is that what he's talking?
Yeah, is that your signature? I can tell it's the son's signature by the way the son looks. Mr. Pitaway, you know the great thing about doing this job is I can tell somebody who's untruthful from here to Idaho. You started filing a lawsuit, signing your father's name on these documents? Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Come on up here.
Oh.
Come on up. Yeah, you. Come on up to the podium. You, right there. Sit down, sir.
Sir, sit down, sign your son.
So this guy
What's your
signed.
name?
Donald James Pitaway.
Junior or the second?
You can call me that. That will work. The second.
You're the second?
Yes.
Did you file these documents?
Yes, I did.
Did you sign his name as though you were acting like him?
I signed
Yes.
my name. I signed my name.
You ever do this garbage in here again? You ever do this garbage in here again? You are out of control on this.
Oh, that'll get you in all kinds of
You're
trouble.
the instigator in trying to cause grief between your brother and your father. I don't know what I'm going to do on this. I really don't know what I'm going to do.
Remember when you asked me to contact an attorney? Last time I was in here.
I didn't ask you to contact an attorney. I think I told your dad to, but I could be wrong. I don't remember.
We both went and seen an attorney.
Mr. Pitaway, you could not sign a document acting as though you're your father and file it in a courthouse and expect there to be no repercussions.
Oh, yeah. That'll get you in all kinds of trouble.
This is a fraud on the court. You filed an action as a fraud on the court. Listen to me.
Okay, I'll let you finish.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
thank you.
appreciate it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what the appropriate thing is for me to do.
Oh.
I knew you were involved in this way too much. From the very beginning, I knew you were the instigator here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't understand doing this kind of thing to brothers, fathers. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I never will. I don't get it. Unless you're just being greedy in terms of getting something that's not necessarily just yours. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know what I'm going to do on this. I might issue a contempt charge. And you might find yourself locked up over this one.
Yeah.
But here's the good news. I think things through. I'm not always right, but I always try to be right. But for you to do what you did and acting like his lawyer and acting like you're him is above the pale. It's beyond the pale.
Oof.
If I were you, I'd go sit in the back and I'd be quiet. And I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do. I think I know what I'm going to do, but I want to think it through. In the meantime, I'm going to deal with this complaint, if I even should, that shouldn't have been filed because your father didn't file it.
That's right. Say absolutely nothing. Judge is pissed.
What do you do for a living?
Work at Marathon is their security department.
You're a security officer? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, then you should definitely know better.
I could not imagine what kind of gall it must take to do something like this.
People do
I
stupid
called
shit.
legal aid.
I don't give a damn who you called.
Okay.
And I don't ever use that word. That's how upset I am right now.
Oof.
If you're gonna tell me some lawyer told you to do this, then that lawyer is going to be disbarred.
Mm-hmm.
You guys gave me the paperwork to call on that, and I followed through on it.
Hang on a second. Now you want to implicate us. We gave you the number to call because that's what we do in landlord-tenant. We don't tell people to sign people's names to legal documents.
No, they don't.
Did anybody in this building, just to be clear, tell you to sign this complaint?
Translated to
knowing that you were not the Donald Pitaway that's being referred to in here?
Correct.
I'm asking you a question. Did anybody in that staff, that civil department, tell you to sign this document acting as though you're your father?
No, sir.
Well, then what are you bringing up this? You gave me the number of legal aid for. You've caused a big problem here. I'm going to think this through. I think I know what I'm going to do. But I'm going to deal with them right now. So go sit in the back. Now, did you two come to a resolution? This has just been.
Yes, it was pretty simple once he was out of the area. Me and my dad worked out, I got all my stuff out. Just wants to dismiss the case.
You're going to dismiss the case? Yes?
We all got it worked out. Yeah.
Mr. Pitaway, you seem like a very nice man.
I think I am.
Well, don't let your son get in the way of you and this son.
No, he's fine.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He filed a complaint acting like it was you.
My son does all the stuff around my house.
I don't care. He doesn't file legal documents without consequences. Do you wish to move to dismiss?
Yeah, I want to.
Are you agreeing to dismiss the case?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Jennifer, prepare a dismissal order, and you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Dismissed per agreement of the parties. You can just put it on there, Jennifer. Mr.
Yes, sir.
Pitaway, I don't know. You're going to hear from me. I don't mean to sound like a tough guy, but I find this so outrageous that somebody would think they can come into a courthouse and sign a complaint and provide it and act like they are the person who owns the property, to wit, in this case, your father.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Oof. Oof. Ooh. And we've got one more for you. One more for you. Give me just a second. Bring this up. And this is brought to you by Rickles. Rickles said, you got to see this one. So we're going to pull this next one up here. This is Judge Webster quarreling with a contemptuous lawyer. Here we go.
So we are now on the record in 2022 TR.
Love Judge Webster.
2242, State of Kansas versus Sergio Hernandez Camacho, Assistant County Attorney Jaron Regier appearing for the state, Attorney Vincent Garcia appearing for the defendant, who appears in person as well. Looks like we were here first November 9th and set this over to today.
Man, oh
Okay,
man.
did your client ever comply with my order to go out to the jail and get his picture
Judge.
taken?
No, he has not.
All right, I'm going to find at least one of you, if not both of you, in contempt of court.
Can I explain first?
I think we've had a lot of explanations back and forth. Go ahead.
Oh, man.
Jill,
Given
there
that,
was not a dismissal prior to my order.
can I talk?
Well,
Go ahead.
oh boy.
There was a number of things that were filed with the court that we haven't been able to put on the record for various reasons. After getting emails from you that indicated that there was some type of a contempt that you may file in the future, I did have my client was going to have him submit to the photographs and fingerprints as you had ordered.
Oh, they
Not
do it all the
because
time.
I think it was justified, but because of the emails that you had sent to myself and Chief Judge Ricky.
And
I
the county
contacted
attorney.
the Sheriff's
and the county
Department
attorney.
and the county attorney. I contacted the Sheriff's Department, Shelby Burns, 3 different times, left messages 3 different times. She wouldn't call me back to set up an appointment to have it done. So that's why it's not done, Judge. Didn't have anything to do with not complying with the last order you had given.
The last is the same as
So
the
I don't
first.
see where the contempt is coming from unless you're going to file a contempt on Shelby Burns. And I do have documentation that we can provide that we made that phone call to Shelby Burns. She is in charge of the processing.
And I have no problems finding Shelby Burns or the Sheriff's Department, the sheriff himself in contempt if they're not going to follow my orders.
Yep.
There is no excuse for violation of the statute. The statute says that all A and B misdemeanors are to be processed. I'm required to make that order under Kansas law, and I read that statute several times to several individuals. That's not an option whether I follow the law or not.
Yep.
Consequently, it falls down the ranks. It's not an option.
Mm-hmm.
And if Shelby Burns does not want to accept the court's orders, then she needs to be found in contempt as well. I'm getting tired of arguing this. I didn't
Nobody's
write the
arguing at this
statute.
point, Judge.
I know, sir, and it's not just you, but I after your case, I had a couple others do the same thing. All right. So where is your client today?
He's sitting right here in my office, Judge.
And sir, your office is in Wichita, is that correct? What town is your office in?
It's in Wichita, Judge.
Thank you. All right. Deputy Caulfield?
Yes, ma'am.
I want this gentleman processed today and I want him released. And if Shelby Burns or sheriff or somebody else wants to deny it, I will find them in contempt too.
Okay. What time can
So,
he come?
Judge, who do we talk to?
You're going to talk to Deputy Alton Caulfield as soon as this hearing is over. And I understand that the clerk has taken a position in this that because at some point it was dismissed after I made that order, that my order shouldn't be complied with.
I apologize, Your Honor. I hadn't read it.
Well, I think you should. I think you should, Tila. You do a good job generally, and I appreciate it. But when the court makes an order, it needs to be followed,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it's in dead compliance with the statutes of the laws of Kansas.
Judge, I need to make a record also.
Go ahead, sir. You're free to make a record and appeal anything you want to appeal.
Okay. We will file a notice of appeal. My client's not going to be able to afford an attorney for that appeal. And he's going to be asking that the district court assign.
Yeah, there's one thing that there's certain statutes that are in place that a judge, whenever they place that order, that judge, you go against it, that puts you right in contempt. That's why you see people that, for example, record a federal case where the judge says no recording of this case. And if they do, the judge can put them in contempt for recording that. And they can get in a lot of trouble for it if it's found out that they did do that. These are things that are just all automatically like that's statute, they will come down harsh on anybody that does that kind of crap. If and there's certain statutes that if you break those, that they're going to come down even harder. So yeah, you don't play around in court like Like these you know, whether it was the sheriff, whether it was the attorney, it doesn't matter. You know, it just rolls downhill from her. You know, obey what the judge says. Judge tells you to turn over documents. You don't turn over documents, then pay the consequences for it.
And a court-appointed counsel to appeal this.
Are all those songs there going to be on your videos? All those songs will be put out on an album, and I may do some videos for them. We'll see, Marianne. We'll see if I do some videos for that. It's an issue with all these orders. Believe this issue. None of them are followed up on. The statute the same in all states, or should be. It just depends. I mean, if there's a statute that something that has to be done, the judge can issue sanctions for that, and you know, force those things to happen. So yeah, those things can happen.
Case. Just for the record, this appeal reference your decisions that were made. Sergio Hernandez Camacho is an aggrieved person. There's an error in the law that was made in the procedural process by you, the magistrate. In addition to that, it's an error in the law of your interpretation of the statutes that are in this particular case. The other things that we will ask that the court-appointed attorney appeal is that the processing that is done, and you're ordering it today, and we're going to follow through with this order. And at some point, that's just a false arrest and improper processing of what occurred. We also would appeal insufficient evidence to support an arrest and processing where the no insurance has been dismissed by the county attorney. There's also we will appeal that there was a failure by the magistrate to allow a hearing on the requested recusal of yourself, given that the emails had indicated that you would not maintain a neutral and detached magistrate in this case of the accusations that you were making toward my client and myself, as far as
counsel, I'm going to have to stop you,
process.
sir. I'm going to have to stop you right there. I don't recall.
Okay,
you
I need to
asking-
finish one more thing, Judge, and then you can say whatever you want.
Well, are you in
We will
charge of this
also
courtroom,
appeal
sir?
the
Are you in charge of this courtroom, sir, or am I? What's your
I
understanding?
just want to clarify
What,
for the
sir,
record
is
for
your-
appeal, Judge.
Sir, what is your understanding of the magistrate's position in a court of law and the attorneys? Do you believe that you are in charge of the magistrate in a court of law, that you tell the court when to shut up and let you finish? Is that your understanding of the law?
Judge, I was trying to finish my record for appeal.
Sir, and I'm happy to let you make your record of appeal, but I want to inquire of you. Are you saying that you asked me to recuse myself?
Judge,
That's
that is
a simple
correct.
question. And when did you do that?
It's correct. That's correct.
When did you do that, sir?
Judge, you made 2 different emails to the Chief Justice.
Sir, I
And
made those in response to your emails to the Chief Justice, correct?
Well, no, wait a minute. That's not correct. But in my email, I was asking that you recuse yourself from the case based on your first email of things that you had placed in there. I asked for that. I also asked that hearing
good to see
on
you, Kevin.
recusal be put on the record. I was never allowed that. Never. Not one time. I filed the motion to reconsider. I asked that that be heard on the record. I was not allowed that. You did a summary judgment. That's improper procedure. That's an error of the law. It's required by state statute. That recusal should have been heard in a hearing on the record. The motion to reconsider should have been heard on the record, not through a summary judgment for a motion for dismissal. You asked me the question. Yes, we did ask for that. I got no response. I was not allowed to have that hearing on the record. I got one other thing to add when you'll allow me to add it, Judge.
She's mad. Tread carefully.
Please.
I'm sorry.
You said you had one other thing to allow you to add. Please do so.
Yes, Judge. The other thing that we would be appealing or asking that the court-appointed person appeal is the failure to allow a hearing on the record on the motion to reconsider, and that it was a procedural error of the law not to require that, and summary judgment was inappropriate in that particular instance. Judge, I think I've covered everything that should be on the appeal. I would note that November 29th, 2022, the defendant's objections to the summary dismissal of defendant's motion to reconsider obviously is part of the record on this particular case, and it covers many of those things in more detail, Judge.
All right, Mr. Garcia, what we're going to do at this point is I will recuse myself from this hearing. I will hold in abeyance any further actions of your client, whether so he doesn't have to go out and be booked as required by statute. And you can take this up to Judge Rickey again. But as I recall, you started the email exchange telling Judge Rickey, Chief Judge Rickey, that you wanted him to reconsider my decision, and he sent you back to me because it was not appropriate for Chief Judge to reconsider something he had never considered. But I'll go ahead and I'll have this set with Judge Rickey and Tila. If you can arrange a setting date, if you can contact Judge Rickey's office, tell him I've recused myself and that counsel has a number of orders he wants to take up. But I do maintain that I am following the law, and if Judge Rickey wants to follow the law, he will do so. If he thinks I've misinterpreted the law, he can make that call.
Nice.
Judge,
so there, all your motions.
I don't mean to prolong this, Judge.
Oh, you did.
I do not think
you're doing what you feel you have to do, and we will do that. So Tila, can
I understand. I do not think Judge Rickey would be appropriate in this particular case to rehear this motion to reconsider.
Too late.
Given that he was part of the emails.
Well, he's the chief judge. He makes the assignments. I've recused myself, so I don't have any authority to make any more rulings in this case. Tila, I need a date from Judge Rickey as chief judge.
Just 1 minute.
Oh.
And and I know
he's going to be pissed.
If he needs some time to put this
Oh,
on his calendar,
sure,
we can do
Mr.
this
Lawyer.
and
Go
recalendar
see
this
the
at a later
boss.
date.
Yep.
And Mr. Regier, I'm sorry you got dragged into this, but we'll get it reset, and the state will have plenty of time to respond appropriately.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Oh.
And I say you personally, your office has been involved in it all along, but you were not the attorney on it before. Your attorney, your office likewise was involved in all the email exchanges.
Quite so, Your Honor.
I apologize. Your Honor, we'll have to get back with him on a date for that hearing.
And for the appointment of the judge, because Judge Rickey may take the assignment of the case himself, or he may give it to one of the other judges. So, all right, what we're going to do, Mr. Garcia and Mr. Regier and Mr. Hernandez Camacho, we are going to notify you, or the clerk will notify you when and where you next need to appear. The clerk will notify you of the assignment of your judge. What I will do is keep it on the traffic docket just to make sure it doesn't fall through the cracks. Do you prefer the traffic docket on Wednesday, Mr. Garcia, or do you prefer the control docket on a Monday? We have Monday, March 27th, or Wednesday, April 12th. Hopefully you won't have to appear at either time because Judge Rickey will have put it somewhere else on the docket, someone else's docket. But which of those dates do you prefer?
Yeah, Judge, I think Wednesday, was it April 2nd?
Wednesday was April 12th.
April 12th, yes. And that's just a control date, Judge?
Right, that's just a control date to make sure that Judge Rickey reassigns the case and that he gets it on a docket.
And Judge, just to clarify, there is a jail admission form that basically says that OR $1,000 bond, next court date, January 18th. That'll be continued over to that date.
Yes, sir. That'll all be continued, and we'll let a different judge make rulings and see if we come up with the same conclusions.
And just to clarify, Judge, my client's not going to go to get the fingerprints done.
Well, I made my order.
No, right now.
My order is still my order from November 9th, but we'll let the other judge decide if that's an enforceable decision or not.
Okay, very well, Judge. Thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, we will be in recess on Sergio Hernandez Camacho.
Well, and although she did say she did order the guy released, he still had to be processed through. So the way that works out, and I could be wrong on this, you guys can correct me if I am. The way that works out is he still has to go there. It will show up as he was arrested, and then they process him through, and then he's free to go. That's my understanding of what she was saying. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what she had to say about it, was just, well, he needs to go down there. The arrest happens. They process him through, they fingerprint him, all that kind of stuff. So that's all that I can understand. Beginning to think there are more waiting to crawl through the cracks in society. Oh, trust me, there's lots. No, that's it. Kevin's got it. See, I'm just like, that was my understanding of it. Everybody have a damned wonderful night. And for all the new members, every single one of you, I do want to appreciate you. And I'm going to give you the song because you love it so much.
Welcome
to the shit show every single day. A new flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
and then 4 more days of increasingly
stupid,
ridiculous,
ignorant, balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery all over again.
Done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free. It's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny. So grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy, send in your bread. I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy daddies forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's agenda, will see me tomorrow. Same obsession, same effing thing.